Welcome everybody to another RMP draft breakdown. My name is LLCOOLBRAD. How you guys doing today, man? If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and let's get into what I'm going to be talking about today. So first off, I'm going to be talking about Jalen Suggs, so I'll give you a quick rundown about what this episode is going to be like. So first off, I'm going to introduce Jalen Suggs. You already know who he is. And then I'm going to give you his strengths and his weaknesses, and then we're going to go to kind of like a highlight tape of his strengths, and then we're going to go to his team fits with the Toronto Raptors, Timberwolves, and Thunder. So let's get into it, man. So Jalen Suggs, man, guard from Gonzaga, 6'4", like the car, 6'4", rolling in my 6'4", done it. But last season, in his freshman season at Gonzaga, he only played one season. He averaged 14.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, with also shooting 50.3% from field goal. He could work on his three-point shooting, and that's what I'm going to be talking about with his weaknesses. But he did really well last season. He averaged 2 steals, but he could use some work on his handles as well because he averaged 3 turnovers last season, but I'll get into that also. So let's get into it, man. So his strengths and his weaknesses. So first off, he makes good pass decisions, and you'll see that a lot in his strengths and his weaknesses. He's good at pass fakes and finding the open man off pass fakes. And again, with good pass decisions, he is good at finding the open man. He's good at selling drives and kicking it out for easy baskets for the open man. And then also he has a high basketball IQ, which goes along with those two other things. And he's good at making good drives and everything above that. And then he's a elite defender. Like I said, he averaged 2 steals last season, and that's something that all these teams could really benefit from that I have from team fits. So yeah, that's one of the things that that all teams really need, to be honest with you. And then he's good at mid-range. I don't have that up there, but that's another thing. Really good at mid-range if you're shooting 50%. That's really incredible. But yeah, also free throw shooting. Free throw shooting could be better, honestly, in my opinion. It's okay. He's at 76 right now, but for a guard, it's usually in the 80s, so I feel like he could use a little bit of improvement on that. But now let's get on to the weaknesses. So he needs to work on his three-point shot. Last season, he only shot 33%, almost 34%, but that's not the best coming in for a guard. And he's not a three-point shooting guard, really. So, I mean, he might just have to get better at that. But I think Toronto could really use him and help Gary Trent in the second unit, because last year they really struggled in the second unit. But I'll get into that a little bit later. But let's get into the second weakness. So the second weakness is he needs to work on his handles. His handles is a bad part of his game right now. I mean, he's going pro as a freshman, so he'll have plenty of time to work with that against some of the best competition in the world. So he'll have time to do that. So that's one of the things that he needs to work on, definitely, because I said that he averages 3 turnovers per game. Or it was 2 or 3, but he definitely needs to work on that stuff. And then last but not least, he needs to work at finishing through contact at the rim. We saw it many times. He would just get pushed around down there. And he just needs to be more physical when finishing, I think, and that he can be a really good finisher if he is very physical, finishing at the rim. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go. Those are his strengths and his weaknesses. I'm gonna go and send you guys off to the strengths highlights, and then I'm gonna get to the team fits, and we'll end up the video, and I'll just wrap up the video after that. So let's get to it. Alright, guys, welcome back from the strengths highlights. I hope you guys saw those strengths and the weaknesses. Well, you might not have seen the weaknesses, but you saw the strengths at least in those highlights. But now let's get into the team fits. So for the team fits, so first off, I got Toronto, and that's basically because why I think the Raptors would be a good fit for Jalen Suggs, or Suggs would be a good fit for the Raptors, is because the Raptors, they're struggling with a lot. They were, I think, top 10 worst in every single category last season, or close to it, with like rebounding, assists, scoring, like defensive stats, like points per game against. Like, they did not do good at all last season. It was mainly because they didn't have the most talent surrounding the bench players in the second unit. And that's what I was just talking about a little bit earlier, but I was saying I was going to talk about now. It's Gary Trent. Gary Trent, he's a great player. He just needs more talent to surround him, and he played small forward and shooting guard when last season in that second unit he would switch around some games. And I think with Jalen Suggs in that second unit, that will be incredible because both of them are very great players. Both of them can both shoot. and I think their defensive power can really help that second unit come back to life. And that will also help Gary Trent, because if they draft Suggs, right, or like any other guard, like for example, they don't even draft Suggs, okay? They draft any other guard, so Suggs, he can play shooting guard, right? He can play point guard or shooting guard, right? So then Suggs plays shooting guard, and then Gary Trent, he plays small forward. You know, it just works out. So then they don't have to switch in between. But I mean, they could be some switching, but there could be some switching. But then that's just easier on Gary Trent, so he can get used to one position on the floor. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I say that would be a great fit. It would help the second unit a lot. And then also it would be because he can do it all. Suggs can do it all. He can rebound. He can make good passes. He needs to work on his pass selection right now. Not the most, but I saw a little bit of what he could. But I know I still have that as a strength. But I saw some times where he could be better. But obviously you're gonna have to work on all your things still if you're going in the NBA. But anyways, he can do it all though. He can shoot, he can rebound, he can assist. Like he makes good passes. Like he can do it all. Like you saw it last season at Gonzaga as a freshman. So I really think this is gonna be one of the guys that come in and make an instant impact. And I really think that's what's going to help them. Well, I'm not going to say that he's the main reason why they make it back to the playoffs and they're a playoff team this season, but I really think that he'll be one of the key factors of why they do make it back to the playoffs this season. So that's it for the Raptors team fit. For now, the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves, again, why he would be a good fit is because the Timberwolves, they only average 41.4 points per game. The second unit, I mean, not the whole team. Jeez, like this isn't the Charlotte Bobcats. But he would also help the Timberwolves defensively. Since last year they allowed the second most points in the NBA, and that's one of the things that they can work on a lot. So that's why I had them as team fit. And then last but not least, the Thunder. Why Suggs would be a good team fit for the Thunder is because he could help the Thunder on defense, because they have allowed the 17th most points last season. Which is the 13th worst. I mean, which is better, which could be better. I mean, it's not the worst, but it could be better. Then also, the Thunder in scoring last season, they were the second worst at points in the NBA. But again, if they're gonna have Kemba Walker this season, like that's gonna be incredible. Like for any Thunder fan, that's gonna be awesome to watch. Like Kemba Walker, that's gonna be awesome. They lost Al Horford in that trade, but still Kemba Walker in Thunder, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, dude. Especially if like Chris Paul was still there, bro. Like imagine that. Like that'd be sick. But anyways, with Suggs and Kemba, that'd be a heck of a duo to watch. Maybe not. Maybe he's not going to start the first year, but that would be two players to really be cool watching on the same team. And I really think that with Kemba, and if Suggs does what he's capable of, like he's showed at Gonzaga and even better possibly in his first season in the NBA and translate well in the NBA, I think the Thunder can be a playoff team this season. That's kind of a hot take, but I mean, it's a draft breakdown, so you don't really know what's gonna happen, so you just gotta make the bold predictions now, because you could be like the guy Suns and 4 guy, you know what I'm saying? Like Suns and 4, like he's getting all the fame, he's getting pictures, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so. But yeah, man, those are the team fits. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys if you enjoyed this video and stuck with me this long in the video. But if you have not already, please like and subscribe and comment what your take is and where you think Jalen Suggs will be going. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.